Hi children, how are you today? I hope you are doing good. And before we get into exploring six tenses that we have to see, let me ask you a question. What were you doing yesterday at 7 o'clock in the evening? Oh, were you watching TV? Very good. Okay. Then what were you doing at 9 o'clock? You were having your supper. Okay, that's good. So, you were doing something at certain point of time. You can express a past activity, a past continuous activity with adverb of time. You are mentioning a certain time. Today, we are going to explore past continuous, future continuous, past perfect, future perfect, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. But before diving into those new content, let us recall all the tenses that we learned in the last class. Shall we do that? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. And what are the 12 tenses? I gave you a clue to recall all the 12 tenses. What are they? Yeah. First simple, then continuous, then perfect, then perfect continuous. So sometimes you may get confusion recalling the order. So I've given you a clue. What is that? Yeah, you're right. We are in school right now, and after school we'll go to college. After college we'll get a profession, and a man is settled with being a parent and a child after the placement. So school simple, college continuous, perfect is placement or profession. Perfect continuous can be easily recalled by parent and child. So you can easily remember the sequence of things. And now I'm going to list out all the 12 tenses. Please follow with me. Simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. Come on, repeat after me. Yeah. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense. So 6 tenses are over. Remaining. Yeah, perfect. Right. Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. The last 3 tenses are the biggest names. Present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. Okay. Let us recall all those tenses one by one quickly. What is the first tense? Simple present tense. What are the usages of simple present tense? How many usages are there? Yeah, you're right. That's 4. What is the first one? Habitual action. What do you do every day? What do we do repeatedly? What do we do every month or week or sometimes? Rarely, usually, often. Whenever you use all these adverbs of frequency and adverbs of time, we would like to express our habitual action. And what's the second one? Truths or facts. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius and the sun rises in the east, and Chennai is the capital of Tamil Nadu. So like that, if we like to express the universal fact or truth or common thing, you can express it in simple present tense. And what is the third one? That is timetable. Timetable. Fixed event. This evening you do something. It happens regularly. Or you have fixed it in your timetable. Maybe next period you will go to computer class. So you can express it. I go to computer class next hour. So like that, you can express your schedules in simple present tense. What is the last one? Non-progressive verbs. What are non-progressive verbs? Certain verbs can never be used in continuous form. For example, I love my parents. I never say I'm loving my parents. Even though I'm loving my parents, we do never express it like we are loving our parents. We love our parents. There are certain words we are going to look after this slide that will help you to understand better what are those words that can never be used in present continuous. Now we are going to Look at the past continuous tense and its usage. When you would like to express an interrupted action, when you would like to express a longer action which was interrupted by another action, you can express it in past continuous tense. For example, time is 7 o'clock. You're watching TV. At the time, 7:30 probably, I am calling you and you didn't attend the call. And next day, I'm asking you, hey man, why did you pick my call? And you will say, hey, I was watching TV when you called me. Now you look at the graphic I've shown you. While you were watching TV, another action interrupted you. That is, I called you. Look at the pattern. One form is in past continuous form and another part is in simple past tense. So, interrupting second action should be in simple past. The longer action should be in past continuous tense. Look at the form. When you are expressing a past continuous action while another action is interrupted, you can express it in past continuous tense. The longer action should be in past continuous and the interrupting action should be in simple past. What is the second usage of past continuous tense? When you have to express a past activity at certain point in the past, you can express it in past continuous. For example, at the beginning of our class, I asked you, what were you doing at 7 p.m. in the evening yesterday? What were you doing at 8 o'clock in the evening yesterday? So when I asked you, you were thinking, I was doing this, I was doing that. And you expressed it in past continuous tense. It happened at certain point of time. So when you specify certain time in the past, you can express the action which was going on that moment in past continuous. Let us look at the example and you will understand it better. I was playing chess at this time yesterday. We were watching TV at 7:30 p.m. It was raining last Sunday. We were doing homework all day. Look at the last example. My parents were working in Mumbai when I was 5. So when you were 5, your parents were working in Mumbai. So you can express a past time this way too. I mean, if we look at the next one, she was singing loudly last night. Look at the next example. She was singing loudly last night. So all the terms, yesterday, 7:30 p.m., Sunday, all day, when I was 5, last night, all these adverbs of time indicate a past time, a certain point in the past time. They were enjoying his company throughout the tour. They were enjoying his company throughout the tour. So throughout the tour, in the sense, all those 3 days or 2 days, while they were in the tour, they were enjoying his company. Okay, now the question. What was he doing? What was he doing at 8:30 a.m.? Even though I did not give you time, but probably you know a typical life of a schoolboy. So what was he doing at 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m.? He was going to school. Okay, that's fine. What was he doing at 10 a.m.? He was attending class. What was he doing at 1 p.m. in the afternoon? Maybe you didn't see that on the graphic, but he was having lunch. What was he doing at 5 p.m.? You know, school is over at 5. He was playing in the playground, right? He was playing football. What was he doing at 6 p.m.? He was waiting for the bus. And what was he doing at 6:30 or 7 p.m.? He was returning home. So when I mentioned you the time at 10, at 11, at 5, at 6, you were stating it in past continuous tense. You were doing this at this time, you were doing this at the time. So remember, there are two usages of past continuous tense. First thing, when a longer action was in progress in the past, another past action interrupted. When a longer action was in progress, another action interrupts. So you can express this in past continuous form. Second one, at certain point in the past, you can express a sentence which was happening at certain point of time in the past in past continuous. I hope you have understood these two usages of past continuous tense. Shall we move on to the next one? Are you ready? Yeah. Next tense is future continuous tense. In past continuous, we saw at certain point in the past some action was executed. Future continuous tense, the same thing. At certain point in the future, an action will be in progress. Before exploring the usages, let us look at the verb form. Verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, and verb plus ing. Let us take, for example, eat, ate, eaten, eating, I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. These are the pronouns. And what is the auxiliary verb these pronouns take in future continuous tense? I will be or I shall be. We will be or we shall be. And you will be, he will be, she will be, it will be, and they will be. So, will be and shall be should be used. And will be can be used with all the pronouns. Where shall be has restriction. We saw that in the last class. Right. And we take verb plus ing form. I will be eating, we will be eating, you will be eating, he will be eating, she will be eating, it will be eating, and they will be eating cake or ice cream or eating idlis, whatever you like, you can have. Right. Next one, the usage. An action which will be in progress at certain time in the future. For example, tomorrow at this time, what will you be doing? You will be attending class probably. What will you be doing at this time next week? The same thing, you will be watching the video or you will be attending classes. What will you be doing on Sunday? Probably you will be playing cricket or you will be watching movies or you will be helping your parents or you will be helping your mother. So, at certain time in the future, an action will be in progress. And please remember the form and the usage. So, let us look at some examples. Look at the screen. I will be watching TV at 7 this evening. She will be writing exam by this time tomorrow. I think it will be raining when we return. Who will be waiting for me if I reach bus station? So if you look at these examples, you can clearly understand the difference of time. This evening, tomorrow, and when we return. Not exact time I'm telling, the moment when we return. And if I reach conditional fact, if I reach bus station, it will be waiting. So you can use all these adverbs of time or a momentary future moments. You can express future continuous tense along with it. Second usage of future continuous tense is planned usual future action. For example, the milkman will be coming soon. Usually this is the time milkman is coming. So you are just predicting that he will be coming soon. And next example, look at the screen please. I'll be staying with my uncle next week. So you have planned something that your stay will be with your uncle. So you are expressing it like I will be staying with my uncle next week. Will be appearing for the exam next month. You will be competing against new players tomorrow. So these are the actions or planned or usual future actions. This you can use future continuous tense. Okay, now the question. What will you be doing? Look at the pattern. What will you be doing? I'll be doing this at 7 a.m. Look at these questions with blanks. I will be blank at 7 p.m. What will you be doing this 7 p.m. 7 this evening? I'll be doing my homework. Then 8 p.m. I'll be having my dinner. At 9 p.m. I'll be watching TV. I'll be sleeping at 10 p.m. and I'll be getting ready to school at 8 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. and I'll be going to school at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll be attending classes at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So you are expressing future actions which will be in progress at certain point of time in the future. You get it? Okay, well done. And now you have a confusion. Past continuous, present continuous, future continuous. Now I'm going to give you one set of sentence for all this. There are three blanks you need to fill up. Can you please read it? I was blank by this time yesterday. I am blank now. I will be blank by this time yesterday. So you're going to fill up with the action. I was attending class by this time yesterday. I am attending class right now. I'll be attending class by this time tomorrow. Or I was practicing cricket match yesterday. I am attending class right now. I'll be attending a party tomorrow by this time. So you can express this way. You can express a continuous action in the past, present and future using exact time or the time period. You can also express this, practice this using your father or mother or brother. For example, my mother was doing this. For example, my mother was doing this yesterday by this time. My mother was doing this by this time yesterday. My mother is doing this at this moment. Maybe your mother is cooking right now, or your mother is helping you right now. Your mother was, and your mother will be visiting some of your relatives tomorrow by this time. So you can use your family members as subject, and you can frame sentences for these three things. I hope you will do that. Right. Shall we move on to the next one? Past perfect tense. First, look at the verb forms of past perfect tense. You know the common verb forms: verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, and verb plus ing. For the perfect tense, we are going to use only the verb 3 form. For all the three perfect tense, present, past, future, we'll use verb 3 form, but the auxiliary verb will change. Verb 1, eat; verb 2, ate; verb 3, eaten; verb plus ing, eaten. As usual, all the pronouns I, we, you, he, eat, and they. And what is the auxiliary verb we are going to use? I had, we had, you had, he had, she had, it had, and they had. Same auxiliary verb which is used with all the pronouns. And verb 3 form, what is that? Eaten. I had eaten when you arrived. We had eaten, you had eaten, he had eaten, she had eaten, it had eaten, and they had eaten. And how we can use past perfect tense? So that's the question, big question. How you can use it? You just look at the title. Past is before a past. For example, something happened. Before that, even something had already been completed. Look at this example. When I reached the station, the train had already left. Both are past actions. So when you reach, that's the second action. When I reached the station, the train had already left. The train had already left was the previous past action, and it was complete. If it is in progress, you will be using past continuous. For example, when I reached the station, the train was arrived. So the train was arrived. It is the action in progress. When two actions are complete, you should use past perfect tense to mention the action which was complete before another action followed. Look at this example. When you called me, I had finished my dinner. It means when you called at 7 a.m., I finished the dinner before 7 a.m. The dinner was over. So when you called me, I had finished my dinner. By this time, she reached the gate, she had forgotten the key. By the time she reached the gate, she had forgotten the key. So she was not aware that she was carrying the key with her. So she reached the cave, second action. She had forgotten the food, that is the first action. And look at the last sentence. They had finished the prayer when he reached home. So when the fellow reached his home, his family members had already finished their prayer. So you can express a past action which happened before a past which was complete in past perfect tense. Now you look at the had. When I reach the station, had already. So one past tense, another past perfect. Reached, had already. Called, had finished. Reached, had forgotten. Had finished, reached. Hadn't met them, introduced. The last sentence. We hadn't met them until she introduced them. Until that moment, they were not acquainted with each other. Next one is future perfect tense. Let us look at the forms. As usual forms, look at the slide. You know that very well. Okay. What is the auxiliary verb we are going to use? Will have or shall have. We have to use will have or shall have to express a future perfect action. For example, I will have eaten by this time. We will have eaten by this time. And he will have eaten by this time. So, in future, an action will be complete before something happens. So, that should be expressed in future perfect tense. Let us look at some examples. I will have completed my class in next 30 minutes. Probably in next 5-10 minutes, I'll finish my class. So, I can express like, I will have completed my class in next 10 minutes. I mean, the next 10 minutes, my class will be over. My mother will have prepared dinner by 7 p.m. Which means when you reach 7 p.m. at home, already your mother will have completed her work. You are predicting. So, actions which will be complete before a certain time in the future. They will have entered the cinema hall before you reach them. So, when they will have entered the cinema hall before you reach them. So, before you reach the spot, your other friends they will have already entered the cinema hall. I will have passed 8th standard by this time next year. So you will be in 9th standard. You can express like this. I will have completed or passed my 8th standard by this time next year. Usually we state these sentences while we are preparing for it. We will have completed our exams by next week and so on. You will have returned the book to the library by 2 p.m. tomorrow. The librarian is asking you. By tomorrow, everybody will have submitted. It means everybody should submit before that time. And she will have joined a new company when you see her again. The last one is when you return home, I will have watered the plant. So if you look at the pattern, all the verbs are in will have form or shall have form. And then look at the future time in next 30 minutes by 7 p.m. before you reach them, by the time next year by 2 p.m. tomorrow. All these expressions indicate a future time. And next one, past perfect continuous tense. So what is now we are going to look at one is the difference of past perfect continuous tense and past continuous tense. Actions in progress before a certain time in the past. For example, I found in the morning that it had been raining all night. So when you just open the window and look outside, it was raining all day. So you're expressing that since it was continuous action for a certain period of time, you predict that for the whole night. You express like, I found in the morning that it had been raining all night. And look at other examples. I'm going to read, just look at the screen. She had been working for 5 years before she got promotion. So before she achieved something, she had been doing something for 30 years. So past perfect continuous tense is used to express an action which was in progress for a certain period of time before another action followed. Next one. We had been walking 7 hours in the forest before the rescue came. They had been playing all day until the rain stopped. Last one, she became angry because she had been waiting for us many times. So if you look at all the sentences, You can see had been working, playing and waiting. But it all was happening for a certain period with duration before another action followed. The last one is future perfect continuous tense. This is the least used tense form in English language. And look at the form, look at the screen, and know the form. Will have been eating, will have been eating, we will have been eating. He, she, it, and they will have been eating. So we are using will, have, been plus verb. So longer verb phrase. Okay. How we can use this? Action which will be in progress over a period of time that will end in future. For example, one. We will have been living here for 10 years. So 10 years are not complete. By next month only, my living here will be like 10 years. So I'm expressing like I will have been living here for 10 years next. So in future, you mention the duration or how long something will have been happening until a future point of time. I'm quickly reading the sentences. I will have been teaching English in my school for 8 years by next month. So 8 years now complete, and by next month, my 8 years will be complete. And they will have been traveling for 72 hours by train to my 8 years. It means they started a couple of days ago and still they are traveling. But 72 hours will be complete by 8 years. So you can express your future actions which will be in progress for over a period of time before a certain point in the future. So far we have learned past continuous, future continuous, past perfect, future perfect, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. Okay, guys. So far you have patiently listened and learned all the tenses and their usages. I hope you have learned it thoroughly and you have also understood how to identify the forms and how to use the forms. Thanks for your kind patience and cooperation, and I hope you have enjoyed this class. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.